I talk a lot on this channel about social media and the implications of the Industrial Revolution. I've talked about Snapchat, dating apps, Sigma males, but none have been quite as interesting as a term that has come out of the woodwork in the last 12 months known as looks maxing. If I was to tell you that you just got mogged, would you think that was an overall positive experience or a negative experience that just happened to you? I'll give you a hint. Getting mogged it's not good. You don't want that. You don't want to get mogged. Looks maxing is a community of mainly men and young boys who discuss how to maximize your physical potential and look like the best possible version of yourself, which in my opinion is a great idea. But like any community focused on looks, it can quickly turn toxic. Yes, someone should love you for you. Of course, that's all good and well, but why would you not want to be the best possible version of yourself? This is what the looks maxing community believes, and together we are going to step into this realm and see just what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on with that? First of all, let's talk about some tips for maximizing your looks. Some trade secret looks maxing looks tips to maximize your looks. Most of the stuff is really basic tips that if you just stop and think for more than 5 seconds, you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty obvious. That makes sense. It's basically a lot of the stuff that you would probably make fun of your sister for doing while growing up. Not that I've ever had a sister, but I'd imagine if I did have a sister, this is probably something that I would make fun of them for growing up. But I don't have a sister. Number 1 is a skincare routine. Now, I know what you're thinking. Skincare routine? Isn't that what girls do? No, this isn't what girls do, okay? This is looks maxing, okay? It's not the same thing. It's looks maxing. It's cool. Skincare routines are Barbies, and looks maxing is Action Men and G.I. Joes. Okay, looks maxing is totally different. To achieve clear skin, you also have to have 8 hours of sleep. You have to have a silk pillowcase because they're antibacterial. You gotta ice your face, and you've also gotta eat a lot of carrots. That's right, you did hear correctly. Carrots literally turn your skin orange if you eat enough of them. That's a real thing. I'm not kidding. They also say to cut down on sugar because it can cause breakouts, but hey, fuck that. I had ice cream for dinner last night. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna lock me up, huh? Hey, guilty as charged, but look, I was with them until they said no sugar, okay? That's one thing I can't do. I guess I'll just be looks mosting then, if that's the case. Number 2 is getting a haircut that suits your face shape. This is a great tip, one that I do not follow. I don't think I've had a good haircut for the past 6 years at least. I started cutting my own hair 4 years ago, and it's still shit. I don't know what I'm doing. Tip number 3. Working out. I know, it's a shocker. I never would have seen that one coming. I guess I'm not even looks mosting at this point. I'm just kind of looks summing. Tip number 4 is the eye area. The eyes, they are the windows to the soul. You gotta focus on these guys. They are the windows to the soul, the keys to some mad push. Trim your eyebrows, apply oils to thicken them, and dye them a shade darker if you need to. This is kind of an underrated one, I'm not gonna lie. I always knew there was something unexplainably alluring about the Grinch, and now that I know this tip, I know why. Tip number 5, and this is probably the most important one and the most talked about in the looks maxing community by far. Getting a stronger jawline. You can have a unibrow, bad skin, a terrible haircut, be built like my childhood imaginary friend Greg, but if you got a strong jawline, bro, you've done it. You've done it. Tips for this include chewing gum, gua sha. I hope I'm saying that right. Which is where you get like a jade massage tool and you sculpt your face with it. It's supposed to help reduce inflammation and fluid buildup in your face. But a lot of people in the looks maxing community think that your face is like that one mini game in Mario Party, and the gua sha is like the little white hand that stretches and moves your face around and shapes it. There's not a lot of evidence to support that this is the case. I don't think it can actually change your bone structure, but hey, who am I? I'm just a little guy on the internet. I don't know. But lastly, and furthermore, the most talked about part of this entire community is mewing. No, sadly, it has nothing to do with Pokemon or the Pokemon Mew or Mewtwo for that matter. I think it was invented by this guy like Richard Mew.
Hi, I'm John Mew. You should have a look at Netflix.
Or something. I don't know if his name's Richard, but his last name's Mew. It's crazy. It's basically where you put your tongue at the roof of your mouth and just practice good tongue posture. It's supposed to help with facial development and jaw development and stuff. It stops you from being a mouth breather, which can affect like your teeth and like the way that your face grows through puberty. Does it make you look better in photos when you do it? Yeah. Does it change your entire facial structure if you continue to do it? Not really. Mewing does have an effect on your facial development, but the key word there is development. So this is while you're like still growing. If you're 35 and you think mewing is going to help you, buddy, you need to hit up Matt Rife, because the only thing that's going to save you now is a scalpel. The majority of transformations you see from mewing on TikTok are a little thing in the business we like to call puberty. Now, I'm not going to explain what that is today, because if you don't know what that is, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. Okay, so now we know how to looks max, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to show you a little video, and you have to tell me just what is going on. Just what is going on in this video. Now, I know what you're thinking. What was that? What the hell was that? That was a very mild version of something called bone smashing. It's pretty much what you think it is. People take a literal hammer to their face and over time build up bone around where they hit to sculpt their face. That's the theory. And look, people do this, not on their face, but in other areas. People that do Muay Thai do this to their shins so that they can kick harder. But doing this to your face, that is unhinged. That is unhinged behavior. I actually can't believe I have to say this, but please don't repeatedly hit your face with a hammer. Just don't. You'll end up looking like that dude from Gerald's game. Okay? Don't do that. Mogging. You just got mogged by a snowman. How does that feel? How does that feel? Originally, the term was used by bodybuilders to describe someone that outsizes everyone else in the gym. Oh my God, look, he just mogged everyone in the gym. He's so big, he just mogged everyone. You just mogged them. And then the modeling community took this term and used it to describe when someone outlooks everyone else in the room. Oh my God, he just mogged you, bro. He just mogged you in that photo. Look how good he looks. He just mogged you, bro. How does that feel? You just got mogged. Mogging. And with that, the looks maxing community has adopted the term, and now it's everywhere. Congratulations, you have now just graduated Mogwarts School of Wizardry. Oh God, I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. I actually can't believe I just said that. But that is a real thing. Mogwarts. That is real. A guy on TikTok literally has a course called Mogwarts where he teaches you how to looks max. That is a real thing. What a time to be alive. He even gave tips to XQC and he reacted to it.
Definitely above average when it comes to looks. He has some weak points though he could easily work on, specifically his eye area and his lips.
Granted, he didn't ask, but he did it anyway. And that brings us to the part of this community that is not good. It is toxic. Very toxic. And that is people critiquing others. This is a big thing on TikTok. And hey, look, I get it. Some people just want an honest opinion of where they rank on the scale. But this isn't just a scale of 1 to 10. I would be happy if someone was like, oh yeah, you're like a 7 out of 10. No, that's not. That's putting it mildly. These people have every facet of the face down to a measurable science of why you're ugly, and it's actually insane. If someone said you had a negative canthal tilt, what the fuck do you think that means? You have a negative canthal tilt. Sorry, bro, it's over. It's over, sorry. No amount of mewing will save you. You have a negative canthal tilt. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. It's over. They don't just tell you that you're ugly. They break down exactly why scientifically you are certified ugly. Sorry, bro, you're scientifically ugly. Anyway, here's a list of everything wrong with your face. A dude I found goes crazy with the facial analysis. The account is called Chatify.
Huh?
I know, already wild, but the actual videos are crazy.
Face number 2, age 22. Let's get on with it. Here he is. He's looking very serious. I like the red brick. There's the left side, and here's the right side. I was hoping he'd smile for us, but the best features. Lengthy ramus. This guy's ramus is actually really good. He has an ideal gonial angle of 120 degrees. It looks great. His gonian undercuts his mouth by a substantial margin, and he has a near parallel to ground mandible, which is also extremely attractive. He has tight highlight skin, and he looks quite lean, which is good, and he has equal thirds of his jaw. He has a defined Cupid's bow. He is very dark and thick eyebrows. He has no hair loss. His hair is extremely thick, and he has full lips.
Okay, quite a few compliments so far. This is going well. He really loved those red bricks.
I like the red brick. On to the flaws, guys. He's a curved gonian and mandible. His face width to height ratio is a major flaw. Major,
bro. You only had to say it once. You didn't have to repeat that. You really didn't have to rub that in, we get it.
And this is causing a bit of an oversized nose, and he has a little bit too much upper eyelid exposure. So at the end of the day, face number 2 scores a 5 out of 10. Time to chatify. Boom.
There is so much to break down here. It's actually insane. I didn't realize it was so technical. I couldn't think of anything worse than having my face torn down like that. Also, the chatification, what was that all about?
Boom.
And also, above all, why are you asking this guy for advice? This is the most face-tuned photo I have ever seen. That's not even a real hat. Why are you asking this guy for advice? His whole account is this. This sucks, man. Look, if you want a real rating, go to the True Rate Me subreddit. They are really way more reasonable over there.
19 female, be honest. Large forehead, no shape, not ideal. 5.2.
Let's talk about something I mentioned before, which is canthal tilt. This is one of the ways that people rank your eyes. It's basically that one slider on the Me character creator that makes your Me look either really angry or really sad. No better way to fuck up someone's day than commenting on their canthal tilt. There are a bunch of different eye types too. This is taking a leaf straight out of the Sigma male handbook here, you know, commenting on whether you have alpha or beta eyes, but instead of that, it's hunter or prey eyes.
Hunter eyes versus prey eyes. Which do you prefer, these or these?
They can't be serious. Look at these things. His eyes are going in 2 different directions. Where these? What would you prefer? Someone with these or someone with these? Personally, I'm more of an arachnid eyes kind of guy, but that's just me. This is actually getting ridiculous. Someone has come up with an exercise chart on how to get hunter eyes. I've been on the internet a long time. I've seen some things. Terrible. But this has to be up there with some of the dumbest, most brain-rotted things I have ever seen. And that's saying something. Even your eye color isn't safe these days. I don't know if this is a chart that optometrists use, and ignore the lady under this. I couldn't find the original image. I could only find the TikTok talking about it with this weird lady just filming her eyes. Gone are the days of saying, oh, I wish I had blue eyes. Now it's I wish I had A10 eyes with a positive canthal tilt with a hunter profile. Overall, I think this whole community has transcended its original purpose and has become almost more of a meme than anything. Like all communities, I think looks maxing has a lot of great benefits. Caring about the way you look is healthy. You should take pride in how you look and how you dress and feel confident in yourself. And there are so many great tips being thrown out there on just how to present as the best version of yourself. But if you get too deep into these communities, it can become incredibly toxic and can actually have a negative effect on your confidence and your self-worth, which is the complete opposite that these communities were started for in the first place. You can also just end up being a narcissist. It's just so normalized to post videos like this. No caption. Nothing. That is not normal behavior. Go outside, you freak. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you guys can also looks max or looks some or looks kind of. And yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment of a Chad Easter Island emoji statue in the comments below if you made it this far in the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.